A transgender boy's lawsuit over a policy barring him from using the male locker room at his Maryland high school is moving forward. Think Stock, Washington, a D.C. restaurant asked a transgender woman for ID when she tried to use the women's restroom and kicked her out when she refused. Charlotte Clymer, an activist who works with the Human Rights Campaign, was celebrating a bachelorette party on Friday with friends at Cuba Libre restaurant and rum bar in Northwest D.C. when she was stopped by a staff member as she tried to use the women's restroom. Last night, I was told by the manager of at Cuba Libre that I couldn't use the women's restroom, and after challenging his discrimination with D.C. law and responding to his threat of calling the police with "please do so," I was forcibly removed from the restaurant. Thread, Charlotte Clymer White Flag Rainbow, at Clymer, June 23, 2018. Clymer said the attendant asked for her ID and when she asked why, he told her that female must be on the card in order to use the women's restroom. She said no other people in the hallway waiting to use the facilities were asked to show their ID. Clymer entered a stall and the man followed her in the women's restroom before eventually leaving. When she left the restroom, the attendant and the manager told her that according to D.C. law she must have female on her ID to use the women's restroom. D.C. law does not say that. Clymer asked the manager to show her which law states that. He refused and threatened to call the police, she said in a tweet. When she pulled up the actual law on her phone and told him that what he is doing is illegal, she said the manager said that is incorrect, and refused to show her what law he was citing and continued to threaten to call police, which Clymer eventually encouraged him to do. The manager persisted that Clymer leave and the bouncer came up and joined in asking her to leave. After explaining the situation to him, the bouncer grabbed Clymer's arm and pushed her out of the restaurant. Clymer called D.C. police. When the officers arrived, she said they told her that she was correct on the law. Could not have asked for a more professional and affirming experience from a police dipped. The responding officers, all cisgender men, were patient and kind in their communication, assured me I was right on the law, and radioed for their LGBTQ liaison unit to respond. Charlotte Clymer White Flag Rainbow, at Clymer, June 23, 2018. Cuba Libre issued a statement expressing its regret for what happened at the restaurant. The restaurant said that the staff failed to welcome guests of all gender identifications, and acknowledged that Clymer was treated in an unacceptable manner. Cuba Libre said that it was retraining staff to make sure this incident does not happen again. At Clymer, we are extremely sorry for the incident that occurred at our restaurant last night. Please view our full response below. pic.twitter.com/gfq2nay7gi, Cuba Libre Restaurant. At Cuba Libre, June 23, 2018. Clymer expressed skepticism of Cuba Libre's statement. "I wish I could be magnanimous and let this be sufficient, but I can't," she wrote on Twitter. "Your manager intentionally made up a fake law to humiliate me, mock me when I patiently showed him the actual law and acted with condescension and aggression in response. At Cuba Libre, I am wholly unconvinced that training will address the shortcomings in the character of your manager. His callousness and bigotry far exceeded a simple lack of understanding. He was intentional in his discrimination. This person did not act in good faith." Charlotte Clymer White Flag Rainbow, at Clymer, June 23, 2018. In a statement late Monday afternoon, Cuba Libre co-owner Barry Gooden said he was truly sorry about the incident. Casa Ruby, a local LGBTQ community center, will be assisting the restaurant with special training and will help Cuba Libre identify other initiatives that will support the transgender community, he said. A contribution to Casa Ruby will also be made. I pledge that my staff and I will do all that we can do to ensure that such mistreatment does not happen again, Gooden said. The incident has attracted a lot of attention on Twitter. DC Mayor Muriel Bowser wrote she was sorry for what happened to Clymer and praised DC police for how they handled the situation. Won't accept this type of discrimination in Washington, D.C. It's not just illegal, it's against all we stand for, Bowser tweeted. At Clymer, I'm so sorry this happened to you. While I'm glad to hear that Dick Police were there to represent our true. It's not just illegal, it's against all we stand for. https://t.co/u is up 9 WLSS, Mayor Muriel Bowser, at Mayor Bowser, June 23, 2018. Chelsea Clinton expressed her support of Clymer, as well, thanking her for sharing this painful story. I am so sorry, Charlotte, this happened. Not remotely a reflection on you. Thank you for sharing this painful story. As ever, your grace and bravery shine through. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend with your girlfriends. Chelsea Clinton, at Chelsea Clinton, June 23, 2018. Like WTOP on Facebook and follow at Top on Twitter to engage in conversation about this article and others. Copyright 2018 WTOP. All rights reserved. This website is not intended for users located within the European Economic Area.